Hello everyone, my name is Vox, and I wanted to share with you something a little silly. It's nothing super secret, it's no super crazy secret tip of any sort, but it's what I do to basically do better at during finals. It's what I do to survive during finals, to not die of stress. I am very susceptible to the effects of stress. I am very vulnerable to what stress can do to the body, to your sleeping patterns, to things like that. So naturally, when it comes to be finals week, or finals weeks as it turns to be for me most of the time, there's gonna be a lot of stress involved. And typically for me, I manage it to where I end up having, at least especially this semester, which has been a very stressful semester on the whole, I have a lot of stress leading up to time for finals. I've had nothing but stress for the past 3 weeks. But when it comes to finals time, I don't really let myself get that stressed out. So how do I succeed at finals is I do what I can to avoid that stress. So in order to pass my finals, in order to do well at finals, sure, I put in hard work, I drink a lot of caffeinated beverages, and I lose a lot of sleep. I don't know if you can tell right now. Got the baggy eyes and the unshaven, pimply face. It's not fun. However, I also spend a lot of time doing like what you're seeing on the rest of the screen here. I play video games, and that's how I've managed my stress for as far as like test and exam stress. That's how I've always managed it my whole life. That's what got me into YouTube. That's what got me into doing a lot of things on the internet, was basically fighting off stress instead of, you know, because your body, when your body is stressed and when your body is without sleep, you don't learn, you don't remember things, and you generally feel like shit. Not learning anything, not remembering anything, and generally feeling like shit, or being distracted by being sleepy or hungry, those are generally things you don't want to happen while you're taking a test, especially an important one, like final exams. Why would you expose yourself to that? I don't know, but there are plenty of people, and I'm seeing my Facebook feed now of everybody making jokes of like, this is your face on finals, and blah blah blah, and they're losing their entire like month's worth of sleep to study for finals. Honestly, and I know not everybody keeps the same kind of educational work ethics, but if you keep up with the work and with the studying throughout the semester leading up to finals, you typically don't need to spend all-nighters every single night, or even all-nighters at all really, studying or making up for stuff during finals time. There's no reason. If you kept up with it during the semester, studying should be just that. It should be studying. It should be review. It should not be, I have to stay up all night reading all of these chapters or else I will fail. If that is how it is, you may be doing it wrong. You're setting yourself up for a lot of failure. So, how do I succeed during finals? I play a lot of video games. I make videos. I work on creative projects that make me happy. I've spent, let's see, we got finals coming up and I've had a huge workload. So I have spent a considerable amount of time working on new things for my website at deepostfox.com. I've been working on the Patreon page a little bit. I'm setting up a YouTube sub network that I'll talk about more in a later video. Went back and played a little Call of Duty. Learned a lot of modding and setting up stuff for Halo Custom Edition on the PC and played a little bit of that. I've been playing Battlefield 4, Titanfall, I finally got that on the PC, been playing that. And responding to some emails with indie developers to try to get some game series going on the channel over the summer and moving forward. I have a lot of plans with that. Spend a lot of time still doing work, but doing work that makes me happy, makes me feel fulfilled, alleviates stress. Now, I'm not ignoring my schoolwork. I'm not just, you know, saying fuck it all, as the cover of Let It Go would suggest. Link in the description below. That below is down there, not over there. Unless my video's sideways. But when I do work, I work like a machine basically. I'll put in, you know, half day or stay up really late one night and just kind of get everything done at once. That's typically how I do things. And so yeah, I'll have a couple nights where I'm up till maybe 2 a.m. You want to keep sleep during finals, so I have a couple nights where I'm up kind of late and, you know, spending a lot of time working. But then the rest of the time, I just get to the point where it's just like, okay, this is time for me to do things for myself, to spend some time alone, to turn on the rainy mood or a good podcast. Been listening to the Chris Cerrone show a lot recently on my iPod. I've finally put in the time to learn a lot about using my lovely smartphone here and getting some apps for that. Been put in a couple hours on Candy Crush. Learning a lot that isn't relevant to school, but you know, just generally doing things that make me happy. And you know what? This is the least stress I felt all semester. And yet, it's finals. It seems backwards. But when you manage your stress effectively, when it's that critical moment where honestly, had I made it to where I would be very stressed right now, it may be my breaking point considering how stressed I was just like 2 weeks ago. But I managed it efficiently. I took it all on a couple weeks before finals. Got me really close to that point, but then I made it to where I can effectively deal with it during finals, and it should reflect well during finals. And admittedly, yeah, there's some work that I didn't get done. There's some work that I wanted to get done. And that's life. That's how everything in life is. And I sacrifice a lot of my own personal work for schoolwork, so I can do a little reverse sometimes, but personally, that's how I deal with stress is, you know, I work it out to where I make sure throughout the semester I'm caught up, but, you know, I'm super caught up and just taking on everything I can a few weeks before finals. Sleep for like 2 days straight when I can. I got me a couple good off days, slept in a bunch. And then manage my time, just put in a few hours here and there on schoolwork and studying. And overall, just spend time stimulating and relaxing my brain so that when it comes test time, when it comes project time, I'm not just exhausted and drained and pissed off. Because that's not how you pass the test. And why anybody seems to think that's the way to pass the test is beyond me. I'm out.